वेलकम टू द लिटरेरी लैम्प। आज हम मिडिल इंग्लिश पीरियड पर 50 MCQs लेंगे। पिछले वीडियो में हमने इसी टॉपिक को डिटेल में समझा था। अगर आपने वो वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो इस वीडियो की डिस्क्रिप्शन में लास्ट वीडियो की लिंक दी गई है। आइए आज का हमारा वीडियो शुरू करते हैं। विच लैंग्वेज डोमिनेटेड द स्फेयर्स ऑफ लॉ एंड गवर्नेंस आफ्टर द नॉर्मन कॉन्क्वेस्ट? ए ओल्ड इंग्लिश, बी सेल्टिक, सी नॉर्मन फ्रेंच, or D East Midland English? The correct answer is option C Norman French. Latin during the Middle English period primarily functioned as the language of scholarship and religion, B merchants, C peasants, or D royal entertainment. The right answer is option A scholarship and religion. By the 14th century, English re-emerged as a minor regional dialect, B. The dominant national language, C. A language spoken only in rural areas, or D. A strictly literary language. The right answer is option B. The dominant national language. Middle English differs from the Old English largely because it increased inflections, adopted Celtic structures, simplified grammar and borrowed vocabulary, or D. Eliminated French influence. The correct answer is option C. Simplified grammar and borrowed vocabulary. Which factor most contributed to new vocabulary in Middle English? A. Viking invasions, B. Norman French influence, C. Decline of Latin, or D. Rise of Celtic languages. The right answer is option B. Norman French influence. In early Middle English society, common people mostly spoke A. French, B. Latin, C. Greek, or D. English. The correct answer is option D. English. The transition from Old to Middle English marks a stage of simplification and absorption, B. A purely oral tradition, C. A break from European culture, or D. A decline in literary output. The right answer is option A stage of simplification and absorption. Middle English grammar is signaled a shift from inflectional to tone based meaning, word order based meaning, C. Symbolic grammar, or D. Fixed poetic structures. The right answer is option B. Word order based meaning. Which of the following word came from French? A. Wife, B. Bread, C. Prison, or D. Water. The right answer is option C. Prison. Which word came from Latin during Middle English? A. Romance, B. Judge, C. Soldier, or D. Library. The right answer is option D. Library. A major reason for the growth of East Midland dialect was A. Its isolation from trade, B. Its association with London, C. Rejection by scribes, or D. Lack of French influence. The right answer is option B. Its association with London. Which dialect later influenced Standard English? A. East Midland, B. Southern, C. Kentish, or D. West Midland? The right answer is option A. East Midland. The great vowel shift is associated with changes in A. Grammar, B. Pronunciation, C. Vocabulary, or D. Syntax. The correct answer is option B. Pronunciation. A key trait of Middle English vocabulary was that it rejected Latin terms, eliminated native words, C. Mixed native and foreign words, or D. Favored abstract terminology only. The right answer is C. Mixed native and foreign words. The introduction of French legal vocabulary represents cultural rejection, B. Political domination, C. Academic reform, or D. Monastic influence. The right answer is option B. Political domination. The shift toward word order indicates Middle English moved closer to A. Celtic languages, B. Romance languages, C. Gothic grammar, or D. Modern English. The correct answer is option D. Modern English. Which area saw major Latin words borrowings? A. Household vocabulary, B. Entertainment, C. Religion and education, or D. Agricultural life. The right answer is option C. Religion and education. Now, the questions related to literary characteristics. The fusion of Norman and English traditions in literature produced a strictly religious canon, B. A hybrid literary culture, C. A decline in secular writing, or D. A uniform poetic tradition. The correct answer is option B. A hybrid literary culture. The Owl and the Nightingale is an example of A. Epic poetry, B. Secular romance, C. Moral debate literature, or D. Mystery drama. The correct answer is option C. Moral debate literature. The rise of secular literature signaled A. Shift toward human emotions and adventure, B. Decline in English poetry, C. Shift to prose only writing, or D. Decline in moral concerns. The correct answer is option A. Shift toward human emotion and adventure. Courtly literature emphasized economic justice, agricultural life, loyalty and chivalry, or anti feudal rebellion. The correct answer is option C. Loyalty and chivalry. Courtly romance is associated with A. Psalms and liturgical poetry, B. Stories of knightly virtue, C. Local peasant folklore, or D. Biblical exegesis. The correct answer is option B. Stories of knightly virtue. Middle English literature broadened in theme because A. Latin schools were abolished, B. Printing made books cheap, C. Authors explored beyond religious subjects, or D. Poets rejected classical influences. The right answer is option C. Authors explored beyond religious subjects. Symbolism in Middle English writing often conveyed A. Legal principles, B. Philosophical puzzles, D. Moral or spiritual lessons, or D. Linguistic criticism? The right answer is option C. Moral or spiritual lessons. Many Middle English texts mixed economics and medicine, B. Mythology and social satire, C. Latin grammar rules with local dialects, or D. French romance and English realism. The right answer is option D. French romance and English realism. Vernacular writing supported which development? A. French domination, B. English national identity, C. Decline in literature, or D. Rise of oral only texts. The right answer is option B. English national identity. The use of English in literature instead of French or Latin is an example of anti religious protest, B. Linguistic nationalism, C. Abandonment of religious themes, or D. Suppression of secular works. The right answer is option B. Linguistic nationalism. Now, questions from major literary forms of Middle English literature. Question number 28. Anchoring Rivoli is best described as A romance, B. A mystery play, C. A guide for religious recluses, or D. A philosophical treatise. The right answer is option C. A guide for religious recluses. Piers Plowman is notable for its dramatic structure, B. Satirical allegory, C. Warrior epic themes, or D. Monastic Latin prose. The correct answer is option B. Satirical allegory. Miracle and mystery plays primarily dramatized A. Biblical narratives, B. Village politics, C. Love stories, or D. Royal propaganda. The right answer is option A. Biblical narratives. Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is considered foundational because it rejected all French influences, B. Established English as a literary language, C. Was the first printed English book, or D. Used only religious characters. The right answer is option B. Established English as a literary language. Sir Gawain and the Green Knights belong to which genre? A. Didactic sermon, B. Travelogue, C. Chronicle history, or D. Arthurian romance. The right answer is option D. Arthurian romance. L'Amour d'Arthur is best known for reinventing biblical poetry, B. Being the earliest drama, C. Compiling the Arthurian cycle, or D. Introducing blank verse. The right answer is option C. Compiling the Arthurian cycle. Cursor Mundi retells A. Norse sagas, B. Biblical history, C. Greek tragedy, or D. Anglo-Saxon battles. The correct answer is option B. Biblical history. The second Shepherd's play is significant because it introduces realism mixed with humor, B. Uses blank words, C. Rejects biblical elements, or D. Promotes monastic life. The correct answer is option A. Introduces realism mixed with humor. Mystery cycles were performed primarily by A. Nobility, B. University scholars, C. Craft guilds, or D. Foreign actors? The right answer is option C. Craft guilds. The Parliament of Fowls is primarily a political satire, B. a philosophical dialogue, C. a social history, or D. an allegory about love and choice? The correct answer is option D. an allegory about love and choice. Early Middle English drama emerged mainly in A. Royal theatres, B. Churchyards and marketplaces, C. Universities, or D. Coastal ports? The correct answer is option B. Churchyards and marketplaces. The York and Chester cycles represent moral comedies, B. National epics, C. Biblical dramatizations, or D. Courtly tragedies? The right answer is option C. Biblical dramatizations. Social satire in Middle English literature often targeted A. Knights, B. Foreign monarchs, C. Farmers, or D. The church and feudal inequality? The correct answer is option D. The church and feudal inequality. Piers Plowman criticizes A. Chivalric romance, B. Agricultural customs, C. Corruption in both church and society, or D. French court manners? The right answer is option C. Corruption in both church and society. Middle English themes gradually shifted from purely religious to economic theory, B. Human experience and realism, C. Political nationalism, or D. Scientific inequality? The right answer is option B. Human experience and realism. The Canterbury Tales shows growing concern for social realities, or B. Mystical symbolism, C. Rejection of humor, or D. Praise for monastic life? The right answer is option A. Concern for social realities. Love in Middle English texts reflects A. Stoic philosophy, B. Secular exploration of human emotion, C. Purely spiritual devotion, or D. Classical restraint? The correct answer is option B. Secular exploration of human emotion. Middle English realism focused on A. Depiction of ordinary occupations, B. Royal genealogies, C. Classical mythology, or D. Natural sciences? The right answer is option A. Depiction of ordinary occupations. The rise of satire indicates A. Declining literacy, B. Growing social awareness, C. Return to Old English style, or D. Fear of church power? The correct answer is option B. Growing social awareness. The printing press added the Middle English language by A. Eliminating all dialects, B. Promoting oral culture, C. Banning French words, or D. Standardizing spelling and grammar? The right answer is option D. Standardizing spelling and grammar. The Wars of Roses contributed to the end of period by strengthening feudalism, B. Weakening feudal structures. C. Halting literary growth. Or D. Producing chivalric epics. The correct answer is option B. Weakening feudal structures. The spread of Renaissance humanism encouraged A. Sole focus on religious texts. B. Revival of Old English heroic poetry. C. New interest in learning, arts, and human potential. Or D. Decline in literary diversity. The right answer is option C. New interest in learning, art, and human potential. And today's last question. The Middle English period ended around 1500 due to A. Social and cultural transformation. B. Decline of printing. C. Norman invasion. Or D. Collapse of drama. The right answer is ऑप्शन ए सोशल एंड कल्चरल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। आज की वीडियो में बस इतना ही। हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर पर हमारी वीडियो सीरीज आगे भी जारी रहेंगी। अगले वीडियो में हम रेनेसांस पीरियड को डिटेल में समझेंगे। डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू द लिटरेरी लैम्प फॉर मोर लिटरेरी इनसाइट्स।